Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello and welcome to the last podcast of 2023. So in this episode, I'm going to be doing a card poll, 1 card for every month in 2024. So I was drawn to the Healing Waters Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. So first, I'm going to hold them to my heart. I'm going to set the intention that this reading is for the people who are listening and what do they need to know for the year ahead. And I'm going to shuffle. And for January, the card for January, one just flew right out. Okay. She who flows, ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. Okay, reading from the book. Water is the most powerful force on this planet. It has the potential to destroy everything in its path or be embracing, still, and gentle. When a river meets a rock, it doesn't try to move it. Instead, it embraces it and flows around it. It doesn't question why the rock is there. It sees it as a part of its path. Water teaches us how to flow with life, how to greet the obstacles on our path with open arms and receive life fully. In this way, the world's waters have literally shaped and crafted the entire landscape of this planet that we know and love today. Mountains and valleys, coastlines and woodlands are all the result of water embracing life. The ancient Greek goddess Rhea, R-H-E-A, was the daughter of Gaia, Earth, and Uranus, Heaven. She's also referred to as Cybele, mother of all of us. In his work, Cratylus, Cratylus, the philosopher Plato referred to Rhea as a stream or she who flows. Perhaps Rhea herself has much to share with us about how to truly flow with what appears to be our journey. Whether expected or unexpected, call upon her to support you in embracing any unexpected changes you're facing. This card invites us to stop seeing the unexpected things in life as obstacles. Instead, treat them as invitations to embrace life, to find a way to soften and embrace what occurs rather than try to avoid it or fight it, to flow with rather than resist. And the soul inquiry for this card. What unexpected obstacles are you resisting or fighting against right now? What would happen if you embrace them as part of your path? All right, card number 2, February of 2024. I have cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. Water has been deeply associated with both physical and spiritual cleaning since ancient times. We use water to cleanse our day away as we bathe, and many of the world's faith traditions use water as a means of spiritual purification, from immersion in holy rivers to baptism and ritual baths. Pilgrims around the world journey to numerous sites for the healing and cleansing qualities of their waters. The water in the grounds of Japan's Hongu Seijin Taisha, Taisha, Shinto shrine at the foot of sacred Mount Fuji, is seen as both deeply holy and self-purifying. Flowing from the melting snow at the volcano mountain summit, it forms washing pools that call people to them from near and far. Many believe that these pools are very mystical and powerful. Local legends say that the depth of the pool waters magically changes according to the size of the person who enters them, adapting to the level of their submergence. While visiting the healing water sites of the world is an incredible thing to do, we don't need to travel to experience the healing and cleansing power of water for ourselves. You probably already use water in this way, although perhaps not consciously. As you shower or bathe, or as you wash your hands, consider the water and call it to support you by washing away what's coming to you at end and no longer in alignment, leaving space for what you'd like to birth anew. The soul inquiry. What's no longer in alignment or coming to an end that you are ready to release? For March's card, March 2024. Metamorphosis. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. Water, more than any other element, is very used to change. Like lobsters, which must shed their shells in order to grow, when the conditions call for it, water transforms itself from liquid to solid and to gas. When it may appear that the way we humans change is a little more subtle and slow than that, as ever-changing beings living in an ever-changing world, we're constantly transforming too. Every moment of every single day is an opportunity to embrace or resist change. When we embrace change, we embrace the intelligence of life. When we resist change, we resist the intelligence of life. Often in this growth phase that we call most uncomfortable, when we've outgrown our skin or our shell or the old way of being, it requires great courage to release what was for the chance to begin again. This is what it means to transform, and it's what this card is about. It's time to embrace what's changing around and within you, and to see it as an opportunity for great transformation and growth. The Healing Waters activation for this card is, I embrace the changes that are happening around and within me. I'm ready to let them transform me. Okay, the card for April of 2024. This guy popped out. Plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Don't falter as you approach the water. Dive right in. Head first. Don't resist. You've been working for this for a long time. You're ready. Go for it. The answer is yes. This is the card of confirmation and clarity. It's an invitation to take the plunge and say yes. If you're someone who prefers to wait for permission or a timely invitation, you could consider this card's message just that. There are times when waiting for restoring or for repairing. This is not one of those times. It doesn't necessarily mean that you feel completely prepared or fully confident. Those who dive in rarely do. But their attachment to resistance becomes less than their desire for anew. Maybe this is what's been happening for you. If you don't feel ready, remember this so-called giant leaps are rarely that in reality. In most cases, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of baby steps taken day after day in the direction of a dream. Whatever it is you most desire, the signs are pointing you in that direction. Now, take a deep breath and a great big run up and take the plunge. The soul inquiry. If you weren't worried about not working out, what would you plunge right into now? Okay, for May 2024. Okay. The waterfall. Inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. The waterfall is a place of power, incredible force, and activation. The previously calm, embracing waters of the running river gather momentum, and then they hurl themselves wholeheartedly towards their destiny. With wild abandon and great confidence, they leap into the unknown. Perhaps this explains why being near a waterfall is such an empowering experience. We feel the pounding energy of the waters deep within us. This card is all about embracing the power within, stepping forth, and claiming your place. You've been working for this for a very long time. You've done the time. Now you can embrace the moment and take your position as a leader in your life. The waterfall beckons you forth towards your empowerment. To consider what you'd do if you truly felt empowered. It encourages you to step more fully into your confidence, to receive the pounding thunder of the falling water as your encouragement and your applause. Soul inquiry. What would you do if you felt empowered and confident? All right, we're on to June 2024. Cosmic Ocean. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. Water features in the creation stories of countless cultures across the globe, perhaps more than any other natural substance or mystery. Echoing through the symbolic narratives about the birth of the world is a notion that everything originates from water. Many creation myths speak of life arising from the primordial waters or the great cosmic ocean. The Rig Veda, the oldest Indian sacred text, states that creation begins within the darkness where all was unrecognizable salty ocean. And to the ancient Babylonians of Mesopotamia, in the beginning, there was also both salty waters and sweet waters, which merged to create the gods. In many creation myths, transformation and emergence occur in the places where natural elements overlap. While Celtic mythology doesn't have a specific creation story, there is a fable of Eocha, Eiocha, a white mare born from the foam where the sea met and the land before time began. This card is one of promise, hope, and new beginnings. What dreams are making their way into your consciousness? What is it that you've dedicated to creating? While the manifestation may not be immediate, time will bring things to fruition. Trust in the whispering dreams of your destiny, just as the new beginning of a stream may one day flow into the vast ocean. Something new is beckoning to be born, so dare deep and wide. Dream your future into reality. The Soul Inquiry. What's the biggest dream you have that even you are yet to admit to? July 2024. Oh, there's a card. Let it rain. Allowing what is, inevitability, trust. There is a moment just before it starts to rain, when the pressure can be felt. What's been building up is preparing for a big release. The clouds cannot hold their breath a moment longer, and then, right on cue, they surrender the rain they've been holding on to, and the downpour finally begins. While we may have preferred to see clear skies around, a sweet relief can be felt when the waters of the sky return to the ground. There's also been a special moment that can be felt immediately after the rain stops and the sun reappears from behind the clouds. It's similar to what happens to us during a good emotional cry. The endorphins that are released as we let our red-hot tears flow down our cheeks invoke a feeling of sweet relief. Something's being released, lifted and cleared. We feel a little lighter and more free. This card comes with encouragement to surrender to what's happening in your life. Maybe you're experiencing a challenge or something isn't going to plan. Although you might prefer the sun to shine all year round, there's intelligence in the rainy days, and there's healing in your tears. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. The Soul Inquiry. What are you being called to surrender to? August 2024. Oh, card popped out. Oh, it's 2 cards. Let me see. Okay. The pink dolphin. Creation, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. The Amazon River dolphin, also known as the pink dolphin because of the unique pinkish coloring, is an endangered marine mammal that lives in the fresh waters of the Amazon and Orinoco River basins in South America. Deeply revered, it's the subject of many local myths and legends. In one, it's said that if you go swimming alone, the pink dolphins may transport you to the magical underwater city of Encante. To be near dolphins is to experience a whole new level of play and joy. This is the card of welcoming more joy into your life, to opening your heart and mind to new experiences, prioritizing happiness and fun, to prioritize play and taking time off from the monotony of your everyday lives, to play like a child without being attached to the outcome. How can you welcome more joy into your life? What can you do just for fun? What do you want to celebrate? This card is a wonderful one to receive and is always an invitation to stop being so serious and to play and to have more fun. When we play, we are able to release the pressures and stress that we've been carrying and switch off. Often when we do this, the two hemispheres of the brain can make connections and solutions that we previously couldn't see come flowing in. The soul inquiry is, how can you welcome more joy into your life? Okay, September 2024. September 2024. Clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. Everything's coming together and supporting you right now. Potency is present, alignment has arrived, potential is here. The waters before you are crystal clear, and what you're stepping into is of the highest potency. You know the way forward. There are clear seas ahead. Keep facing your true north and proceed onwards. This is a wonderful card with a very positive message. It suggests that something's coming into your life that's a great big yes. And you've been working on bringing things into alignment and are stepping into that right now. A creative project, a new relationship, a new home, a new phase of life, whatever it is you've been manifesting or longing for, it seems that you're clear about what you want and it's coming to fruition. This card comes with positivity, confirmation, and a lot of promising potential. You're supported on your journey and everything's opening up for you. Keep your gaze ahead of you and don't get distracted by what others are doing or by other things you could be doing. You know what to do and you've been working for this for a long time. Enjoy this moment. Embrace the clarity and the vision and receive all that you've created and will continue to create for yourself and the world. Healing Waters affirmation. I embrace the clarity and potency of what's before me. I say yes and proceed ahead. October 2024. Birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? Water is intelligent. And where there's water, there's life. We are living water beings. We travel from the watery world of the Great Mother to be born into this world. Our first breath, marking the transformation from water to air. We all grew from a single cell into a form in the waters of the amniotic sac of the Great Mother. And from there, the same intelligence has been guiding us every step of the way. It's the same force that tells flowers when to bloom and the planet to spin. You're a creative being living in a creative world. This is a planet of creativity and manifestation. Creativity is your natural state. What are you being called to create? Creativity isn't only for certain people, it's within us all. What would you like to create? Don't squeeze the hose, loosen your grip, and call the intelligent waters to flow through you every step of the way. Then follow it up with consistent action. Embodied creativity happens when we have a vision and act on that vision. Every idea in the world is pointless without the consistent action. Stay true to what you've been called to create and show up to it day after day after day. Soul inquiry. What would you like to create? How can you show up to that creation with consistency? And November 2024. Ride the waves. Life lessons and growth. You will get through this. You're most definitely living right now. And while you may be experiencing challenges in your life, they're shaping you into who you'll be. Someday soon, just as strong winds that blow consistently over the ocean transfer energy to water to generate waves, the same happens when you feel the pressure of life knocking on your door. Life's pressures and challenges invite us to transform the process. They can cause calm seas to gain momentum and waves to form. While at the time it can feel overwhelming, our true character is born through these usually unexpected changes that life delivers. Our experiences shape us. The most compassionate people in the world are the ones who know the real depths of life. The ones who have the capacity to understand us are those who have been through their own choppy waves. The ones who are able to hold us when we feel most out of our depth are those who have been through it themselves. Be like the surfer. Instead of reacting to the waves or seeing them as things to be avoided, choose to respond. And when possible, see if they can find a way to ride the waves all the way to the shore. There may be times when you fall off the board, but you'll meet fellow surfers who are riding their own waves back to themselves. The soul inquiry. How can you respond to the waves of your life instead of reacting to them? How can you let the transformation happen? And last but not least, the card for December 2024. The last card for 2024. Beneath the surface. What's really driving you? True motives. Breaking free. Often the things that we think we want are not what we really want deep down. Sometimes we go after them because the world has told us that we should, or do certain things, be a certain way, and we don't realize there's a choice. Sometimes we're driven by the need to keep up, be approved of, to fit in. Sometimes we do things just because they've always been done that way, and we can't even see out of the box that's containing us. Sometimes what we're chasing is really chasing us. What is it that you truly want? And why do you want what you truly want? Be honest about it. What are you chasing that's holding you captive? Are you being called to break free of the box that's containing you? What's beneath the surface of what you currently see? What are your true motives deep down? Are you expending energy on things that aren't true inner yearnings? What's really driving your behavior and your desires? It's time to move from confusion to clarity, to question the narrative, realign yourself, and reclaim your life, to open your mind to what is it that you really, truly want, and then reorient yourself towards it. It's safe to change your mind, to step out of the box, to choose a different way of being. Look beneath the surface of your day-to-day life and reflect on what's really driving you and what you really, truly want. Freedom always follows, and so does ease and fulfillment. The soul inquiry. What are you doing that you don't really want to do? What are you doing just because you always have? I feel like 2024, or the 2024 that I am tuning into, because I do believe there are multiple possibilities, multiple timelines, multiple places that we could go, and we each individually choose which direction we want to go. But the 2024 that I feel that I'm a part of, and I feel that the majority of the listeners are a part of, that is the energy that I'm reading. And it's going to be a year of a lot of change and a lot of eyes being opened. I feel like our perspective has been so narrowed, and this is a year that a lot of us, those boxes, those constraints, those blinders are going to be pulled away. We're going to either grab them and pull them down ourselves, or they're going to be pulled down for us. I feel that when we choose to pull them down, it's a lot easier, smoother process. And for those out there who have them pulled down for them, it's going to feel quite traumatic because it's unexpected. And I feel like the people that have chosen to pull down the blinders, it's our place to help those who have had the blinders ripped off, to be a calm, safe place, because our calmness rubs off on them because they are going to be stressed or unsettled because it's so uncomfortable for them. And we're the way showers. We're the ones showing them how to be with those blinds taken off, because there's a lot of us that have had blinds taken off for quite a while, but this is going to be an extra layer that we are shedding, and it's not going to be, we've done it before, so we know how to go through it. And yeah, so it's a big year. I feel like focusing on what you want, the life you want, the world that you want, helps choose which timeline we go into. Because what we think and feel is our bodies, our souls, communication with all the other energy. And I want to caveat that by saying that if you feel, I'm going to say quote unquote negative emotions, that's not bad. It's when you suppress them, that's what's bad. So allowing the feelings to flow through you, feel them, experience them, and allow that motion to flow is very beneficial and will help you move to the time that you want. By suppressing them and saying, no, I don't want to feel this, and I'm going to push it down, that is denser. That holds you into the world, that the life that is not for your highest good, is maybe not something that you desire. So I encourage you to feel emotions, express them, work through them as they come up instead of pushing them down, because those emotions tie us down, and I just feel them as being so heavy and dense. And when you feel emotions, even with, they're not necessarily quote unquote good emotions, feeling them it's authentic, and it is a way, that's the only way to release them from your body, is to feel them in the moment, or if we have suppressed them, feel them after the fact. Access them and then feel them so that they can be released. If you do not feel them, you cannot release them. That is, and then it's stuck in your body, and that's when you get physical pain, and emotional and mental turmoil. I feel like there's going to be quite a few surprises and changes in 2024, and being present with your emotions, allowing the emotions to flow through you and not suppress them, is going to be key. It's going to really help you along your path, and it's going to help show other people how to move through the world in a more aligned way, by acknowledging what we're feeling. And it helps us stay present as well. And when we suppress the emotions, it ties us to the past. And I feel like that brings a lot of anxiety because we're tied to the past, and a lot of stress and a lot of worry. When we feel them, it allows us to flow with the present. And I feel like that's the main takeaway for 2024 is feel your emotions, allow them to work through you, with you, and trying to stay present. So we're not worrying about the past or the future, because I feel like there's a lot in the air for 2024. I'm not getting a clear path forward. There's so many options. There's so many moving parts that everything interacts with each other that it's not set in stone. And the way that you can personally navigate through the fluctuations is to allow yourself to feel and take time to process and take time for yourself to be in the moment and connect with your soul, connect with your higher self, so that it feels like your higher self is your tether, is your safety net, is your reason for being here. Trust that your higher self chose you to be here now for a reason, and that it is your higher self's desire to experience what you're experiencing. And it is something that I feel like majority, if not all of us, have not experienced anything like this before. This is a new experience. What we are going through was the last couple years and the next few years, at least in the future, this capsulation, this time frame is something that we all wanted to experience because it's something so different. I feel like it's something that doesn't happen very often, and we are here to be a part of it. So trust that our souls made an educated decision and that it is in alignment with our higher selves. So I feel like trusting that is going to be very, very important, because a lot of us are going to feel like, why am I doing this? Or I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like there's a lot of people that are going to feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. And leaning back into your higher self to know that there's a reason why I'm here. Everyone has different reasons, but we all have something to gain from this experience. And I feel like that trust is going to help us weather the storm, rise above it, and have the smoothest path through the rocky waters. Okay, so I hope all of you have a peaceful holiday season. I hope that you're able to stay centered and connect to yourself, even though there's a lot of moving parts around you. Holidays are usually pretty busy or chaotic. Taking the time to remain centered and grounded, ground yourself, because it's going to be an exciting 2024. Every time that you start to feel anxious or nervous, try to reframe it into excitement. This is an exciting time. Have a wonderful rest of 2023, and I will talk to you in 2024.